So you guys may have heard about this 3 days of darkness coming soon, and on the cusp of an eclipse tomorrow, people are thinking that this prophecy is coming to pass. I want to play you a few videos that tell you about what this 3 days of darkness is, and then I want to talk about it after these videos. I have 3 videos that I want to play, guys. So let's just watch the videos and then we'll discuss it afterwards.
So I know this sounds like a sci-fi movie, but those that have ears to ear hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. And those that have eyes to see what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. It's going to happen. Get blankets, get your socks, maybe even have a specific basket in the corner of that room that you're going to stay in with your supplies for the 3 days of darkness. We have tarps, black tarps to put over our windows with duct tapes on top of blackout curtains, because our whole life, all of us, if you hear anything outside, you automatically run to the window to look outside. This is not the time to look outside, because no one is worthy to look upon the wrath of the living God. So the gates of hell are open. And as the gates of hell are open and the veil is opening up in the sky, it's going to cause an electromagnetic pulse shockwave that's going to go throughout the earth. It's going to look like a ball of lights. That's how you're going to know that it's here, it's there. There's different places throughout the planet where the lights are already, it's already making the whole town or city red or all orange or all blue. But what you're going to see, there's going to be no doubt in your mind. The children of the living God, we're going to know what it is. We're going to flee to our spaces. And God will give us time to seal up our windows with the duct tape, to seal our windows or holes in our wall. He's going to give us a chance to do that, but do it as fast as you can. Do your best to time yourself and try to do it in under 10 minutes. Get blackout curtains and black out your curtains, or get the black tarp. It's like plastic sheeting and duct tape, but it's a black sheeting. Get that, put it up to your windows. Cover up any windows. If you have a large home, there are specific rooms that you're not using. Go ahead and black out those rooms now, especially if you're by yourself, and make sure that, you don't have to worry about those windows once everything transpires. Make sure you lock all the doors, leave no doors unlocked. Whoever you hear outside of that door, once you go inside and you lock that door, do not open that door.
So as I said, there will be an eclipse tomorrow, August 12th. So this is why this type of talk right now is resurfacing and it's going viral amongst people, believers and non-believers alike. However, most of them are believers. Now I want to play another video for you real quick, guys. Remember I said I have 3 videos. I have 2 more.
Hey everybody, I want to get on here and I want to drop a quick word. And what I want to say is, y'all, we haven't even experienced the 3 days of darkness yet. And I don't know when it's coming, but it's going to be coming soon, because God revealed this to me 2 years ago in spirit, that the earth will experience 3 days of darkness. And during those 3 days, we are not to come outside our houses. We are to stay inside for 3 full days. And also all your doors need to be locked and your windows need to be covered. So if you have any openings in your house, like as far as on your doors or windows, it need to be covered. So if you need to get like black trash bags and tape your windows up and stuff, everything need to be completely covered so nothing can see inside your house. Also, you need to have like canned goods and stuff that you can just be ready to eat, because we are not going to have power during those 3 days. It's going to be pitch blackness. Also, during that time, you need to be fasting and praying and seeking the Lord, because y'all, it's going to be so much stuff going outside. We're going to be hearing noises and all different type of things, and demons are going to be roaming this earth. And they are going to be coming here to collect souls. And also, y'all, do not open y'all doors during that time, because demons are going to be acting like they're family members to try to get you to open your doors for them to come inside. But do not open your doors. I repeat it. During those 3 days of darkness, do not open y'all doors for nobody. I don't care if it's somebody acting like your brother. Do not open the doors, because it's going to be spirits acting like family members to try to gain access inside your homes. This is a warning to to people. And if people don't believe this, take it back to God in prayer. But we will experience 3 days of darkness on this earth. And during those times, like I said before, do not come out your door. Keep all your doors and windows locked in your home and keep them covered so nothing can see inside your home. And also have food that you can eat that's like ready to go to eat, because we are not going to have power. And again, fast and pray during those 3 days and be in God's presence, because we are going to start hearing stuff that we have never heard before. And it's going to be a lot of chaos going on outside during those 3 days, y'all.
So this sounds pretty frightening, right? Like this is going to be happening. We're going to be trapped inside of our houses. Like demons are going to be manifesting outside the doors, trying to lure us out there. We got to black out our windows. This seems like something out of an apocalyptic movie, right? Now I got one more video that I want to play for you guys.
So my mother reached out to me and my siblings, and she felt like she had the urge, like God was telling her to warn us about the 3 days of darkness. And some of you might have heard of it, but I had never heard of it. And she sent me a few videos with Father Chris, and he is a very well-known priest amongst Catholics on social media. So he went ahead and put it in description, and I'm just going to go ahead and share that.
Hi, I'm Father Chris Alar of the Marian Fathers here at the National Shrine of the Divine Mercy in Stockbridge, Massachusetts, and welcome back to Living Divine Mercy, the show about God's most important attribute. Now, Holy Scripture refers to God using 3 days of darkness in human history. For instance, Exodus 10:21 through 23 gives the precedence of God covering Egypt in darkness for 3 days as part of the 9th plague, but allowing his people, the Israelites, to have light. Joel 2:31 and Matthew 24:29 also prophesy a coming time of darkness. Acts 2:20 says, "The sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the coming of the great and glorious day of the Lord." So, what do we need to know about the end times and the 3 days of darkness? Blessed Anna Maria Taigi, and she said that there would come over the earth in a darkness lasting 3 days and 3 nights. And she said nothing will be visible and the air will smell of death. And during the darkness, artificial light won't work. No flashlight, only blessed candles can be lighted, and they will light. And she said, don't open the window, don't look outside, don't leave your house, because you'll fall dead. Now, the church does not teach this is dogmatic, or that you have to believe this. It's just something that I think is worth looking at. There's a book, Prophets and Our Times, by this this priest Culleton. I think it was Gerald Culleton. And he did extensive study on Anna Maria Taigi, and his book was given both the Neil Obstat and the Imprimatur. And she talks that demons will be disguised as family members coming to get us. But again, this is not dogma. This is just something that will help us prepare.
So I had never heard of it, and I feel like a lot of people haven't, and I just felt like I needed to put it out there just because a lot of stuff is happening, and there might be signs of like a false Jesus and all of that. And I just want you guys to be prepared. I may sound crazy. My mother may sound crazy, but as long as I'm putting it out there, it'll subconsciously be in your mind if this ever does happen. Love you guys. Praying for you.
So now, with all that out of the way, I want to discuss this. So what we saw there in the last video was that priest pointed out some scriptures, right? Where in the past, in the days of Israel, there was 3 days of darkness. Then he hints towards the future, where the New Testament discusses that, and some other verses as well in the Old Testament, point towards darkness in the future, right? So we see that. But the thing is, number one, this is a Catholic doctrine. This isn't a Protestant doctrine. So what's ended up happening here as of late is that people have blended these teachings and Protestants are repeating it. And now it's become this thing on social media, since especially we're getting ready to come into an eclipse tomorrow. These are revelations by this guy said Anna Maria Taigi or Taigi. I don't know. I've never heard of this. This is a private revelation that this woman received. And we can't base doctrine off an alleged revelation from someone that doesn't align with scripture. Now, we also are told in 2 Timothy 17 that God hasn't given us a spirit of fear. And what do these prophecies end up doing? These so-called quote unquote prophecies or revelations, that's what they do. They cause fear. Everyone stay in your house, black out your windows, don't go outside. If you hear a voice outside from a loved one, it's a demon, right? Now, what I'm not saying is that none of this stuff couldn't happen. I'm not saying that this couldn't happen, but we don't see that in scripture, that this is something that we're being warned about, right? But as I said, and as this priest said, that in Exodus 10:21 through 23, the Bible does talk about days of darkness. So the concept of it isn't far-fetched because it's already happened before. It's happened back in early scripture, right? But that's for Egypt during Exodus. That particular Bible passage isn't talking about something that would happen worldwide immediately before the return of Jesus. We're not seeing that in scripture. There is end times darkness. Joel 2:31, the sun shall be turned to darkness before the great and awesome day of the Lord comes. Matthew 24:29, Jesus says the sun will be darkened and the moon will not give its light. Revelation 6:12, the sun becomes black. Revelation 8:12, a third of the sun, moon, and stars are struck. Revelation 16:10, the beast kingdom is plunged into darkness. These are just a few verses where we can see that the Bible does talk about supernatural darkness, right? That this darkness will come in the end times. But where does scripture say that it's going to last 3 days? We don't see that in scripture, right? The people covering their windows, not looking outside, burning blessed candles. Burning blessed candles is a Catholic thing anyway. No, hey, that's not something that Protestants do. So, I mean, we wouldn't do that anyway. It doesn't tell us to do that in the Bible. We don't see cover your windows, don't look outside, burn blessed candles, don't leave the house, prepare these particular religious objects. We don't see that in scripture. And that's where we have to divide the alleged revelation from people and align our mindset with what scripture says. Because also scripture doesn't tell us that nothing supernatural is going to happen, because there's definitely going to be a supernatural event. But it doesn't tell us when this stuff is going to happen, and it doesn't mention 3 days, right? Matthew 24:36 says, but concerning that day and the hour, no one knows. So if somebody on TikTok is giving you a countdown, or somebody on YouTube is giving you a countdown or a revelation, or saying tomorrow, August 12th, 3 days of darkness is coming, they're wrong. Here's what I want you guys to understand. I'm not telling you that supernatural darkness isn't possible, because we've seen it in scripture before. And the Bible tells us that it will happen in the future. I'm not telling you that there won't be darkness connected to the end times, because there will be. Jesus himself said there will be. What I'm saying, though, is that I can't find a biblical prophecy saying that Christians need to prepare for this worldwide darkness event called the 3 days of darkness. So if nothing happens tomorrow, do nothing. Just keep focused on Jesus. Follow the Lord. Preach the gospel. Love your neighbor, stay spiritually awake, and trust God. You don't need to be terrified, guys. You need to be faithful. So that's just my thoughts on this. I hope that, maybe if you guys have had some fear surrounding this, that it, eases your fear. Maybe you guys didn't even know about this, but ultimately, guys, we are in the end times, but we don't see this as something that has to happen before the end comes. So hopefully this did some justice. Hopefully this calmed some fears that you guys may have had. But let me know your thoughts on this. I'll leave all 3 of these videos that I reacted to linked in the description to give them credit for their work, as well as to make it easy for you guys to follow them if that's what you choose to do. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.